Good evening and welcome back to the show. Tonight we're going to cover the show, The Madison on Paramount Plus. Was it good? Well, I'm going to cover the bright points, the pain points, and everything in between right after this. The story follows the Clyburn family, who leave their comfortable New York City life and move to Montana's Madison River Valley after a devastating family tragedy, searching for healing, connection, and a meaningful new beginning. So real quick before we get into this, hit that like button if you really enjoy Taylor Sheridan shows like I do. So getting right into the bright points that I found really exciting about the movie, it had a beautiful Montana backdrop. You had the rolling hills and rivers and everything just looked really good. The cinematography was on point. There was large panning scenes and drone footage. Simple but beautiful overall setting of the show. You had a lot of small cabins that they kind of hung out. I think there was 2-3 main cabins that they kind of hung out during the show. I really enjoyed Kurt Russell and Michelle Pfeiffer. Their on-screen chemistry was absolutely phenomenal. Kurt, he played Preston, and he's a fun-loving dad who really enjoys life. A lot going on, in their retirement age. Then Michelle Pfeiffer plays Stacy, the mother, who really has to carry the show with the emotional beats. She does a really good job bringing her character to life and really being the heart of the family. The plot was overall very good, and the good subplots that supported the supporting cast. Right, there was lots of things going on with the family. There's a scene at the end where Michelle, Stacy's character, visits a counselor, goes to a counseling session in New York. They're going back and forth between New York and Montana. And when she goes back, she goes for these counseling sessions. Really good stuff there. There's a really cool counseling scene that was a kind of a top-notch part of the show. The first episode had a very strong opening, and then the climax for the end of the show, the first episode, was absolutely insane. I think there was a lot to enjoy here. A buddy of mine recommended this a little while ago. He was saying, Mike, I know if you enjoyed Mayor of Kingstown, Yellowstone, and some of these other shows, this is a little bit different, but I think you'll enjoy it. So I gave it a shot, a little bit behind the timeline that I initially wanted to watch it, but I ended up finding myself really enjoying it. So it was a good recommendation by him, and I think you'll enjoy it too. Hey there, if you're enjoying the show, hit that like button, and while you're at it, why don't you subscribe to the channel? We're trying to boost that algorithm. Now let's get back to the show. So getting into the pain points, some of the casts were almost too stereotypical. You had the New York meets Montana contrast, and that was pretty dominant throughout the whole film. They really wanted to show you how these, they called them city mice throughout the show, gelled in the Montana, the country land. And, it was cool, but then it was just maybe a little bit overdone. The family dynamics were insane and sometimes just too much. You had a daughter with a couple kids there. You had another daughter there with a husband, and they were kind of going back and forth, and they had their own bickering and fighting and challenging throughout the show. Just a crazy and quirky situation altogether. The one daughter's husband was there, and he was just found himself kind of overwhelmed with the woman dynamic and the fighting and this and that, and he was trying to be the peacekeeper, but yet he was out of his comfort zone. It was just very interesting. In typical Taylor Sheridan fashion, sometimes I thought they dwelled on the scenes just a little bit too long, just really trying to show the nature and emphasize everything that was going on, river streams and snakes and stuff like that. He does a really good job. They do a good job with that on Paramount in general, but it seems like sometimes they just dwell a little bit, and I found myself like, I get it, it's beautiful out. And not that I don't like beautiful scenery, I thought some of the shots just had it on there for too long. So now we're going to bounce it up against the plot point meter to see how this show fares. So did you end up watching The Madison? What did you think about it? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I think if you like other Taylor Sheridan shows, you'll find this one pretty interesting. And I'll see you on the next one.